Hello everyone, I'm DefaultProfessor and welcome to another installment of Video Game Studies. Today I'm trying something new, so be sure to give it a like and hit that subscribe button. So, Cyberpunk 2077 comes out in September, and let me just tell the hype is real. People from all corners of the internet are speculating about exactly what this game will be. There are Game of the Year mentions, and this is especially as new information comes out, like ESRB's notes on their M rating and controversy and confusion around in game transactions. The trailers, which introduce us to the world of Night City in exciting ways, have also provided an interesting whetting of the collective appetite, and I'm here for it. But for all the speculation, Cyberpunk 2077 has already told us quite a bit just by virtue of being a blend of particular genres. So let's see what we can glean about the game from our understanding of typical game and literature genres. When we read, it's helpful to know what we are reading, whether it be fiction, nonfiction, poetry, etc. I liken this to how we usually talk about video games. First person shooters, MMORPGs, action adventure, etc. Knowing the genre can help us understand some of the things authors or game designers will show us in the story, or what our gameplay experience will be. It provides us a recognizable pattern for the reader or player to follow, as well as expectations of what they will see. Enough has been said about Cyberpunk 2077 being an action adventure RPG, and from the looks of the trailers, it seems you take on a specific role with a specific backstory, and in your assumption of that role, you get to inhabit and change the world, Night City, in unique ways. Open world exploration and customization has become an important part of gaming. Just look at GTA, Red Dead, The Witcher, Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Skyrim, and the list continues. But with lots of tech as a driver of the storyline, the imagination runs wild. Coupled with this, we also have specific literary genres and subgenres like science fiction or mystery or fantasy, and this is where we get the most information. Genres can, of course, be blended. Think of Cowboy Bebop, an anime space western noir, or the show Firefly, which combines science fiction, steampunk, and western elements. Clearly, I like space westerns. Our clear genre for this game is in the title itself, Cyberpunk. A distinct subgenre of science fiction, Cyberpunk has 5 key features. One is a dystopian Earth, or perfect societies gone imperfect. This dystopian setting is a central part of the genre, and it is also meant to act as a critique. As CD Projekt Red said in a design contest for fans, the rich and the poor in this game live next to each other. What could possibly go wrong? This leads us to 2, or low life and high tech, which is what William Gibson called it, a leading author in the cyberpunk genre. Third is a noir feeling, or a protagonist who is taciturn, bitter, and damaged. There's lots of different aspects of noir, but in this case, I feel like this is probably going to be the most telling for us. And fourth is megacorporations. They are in every single cyberpunk movie, novel, show, game. Think of Shinra from Final Fantasy VII. So these megacorporations end up controlling much more than they should, and there is tension there. So then fifth is this robust cyber world that provides access, impetus, and plenty of plot points. So putting all these together, here's what we can gather. The contrast between low life and high tech will almost certainly play out in interesting ways as a critique or a magnifying lens on class warfare, something that is usually taken literally. So look out for battles between those who have and those who do not have. Often class warfare takes place in our world in the boardroom or in labor strikes or during global pandemics where billionaires make billions more while people lose their jobs. But Cyberpunk 2077 seems to have set us up, based on the 2018 and 2019 E3 trailers, for literal fighting between classes.
Sky-high rate of violence, and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else.
These battles will likely take place between those megacorporations or those who supply weapons, cyber technology, and anything else that people need, and a group of gangs and lesser organizations and individuals. We've already seen the robust cyber world from the trailers, but the extent to which this is true hasn't yet been seen. Look for complete body modifications, or what CD Projekt Red calls cyber psychosis, and other pieces that push our understanding of what it means to go cyber. In this case, Noir is much more about moral ambiguity and protagonist ethos. Expect the main character V to really hunker down in their moral and ethical treatises. In this world, it doesn't look like people have much room to change from the inside out, or what we would traditionally think as emotional or character growth, but they do have plenty of opportunity to grow from the outside to the in. And in other words, don't expect much by way of change on the part of the main character. Of course, this doesn't mean we know everything about the game. How far can Cyberpunk 2077 push the limits of the genre without breaking it? Also, how much control will we have on the outcomes and story directions of the game? The exciting thing of video game storytelling is that we make up a considerable portion of that storytelling, especially today. This is something that is a key feature in RPGs and open world games. Our choices and experiences within these frameworks make up our in-game experiences as well. So I'm excited to see what my choices lead to in Cyberpunk 2077. And what are you most looking forward to in this game? Where do you hope the story will take you? What do you hope you'll see? And where do you hope to take the story? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to hit that like button once again. Until next time, I'm DefaultProfessor, and this has been Video Game Studies.